I was a bit hesitant to release my studio tour prematurely since the majority of you guys voted that I do a studio tour once I hit 200 subscribers. Part of the reason I was hesitant was because there's always a chance that there will be that one person that unsubscribes and gets me under 200, so I just wanted to wait until I was well past that number before I released the tour. However, I didn't realize until last night that I had completely forgotten to film a video for this week, and since I need to post regularly for the YouTube algorithm, this video was just the easiest for me to create in one day. So anyway, let's get started. My room is actually an extension to the house, so it's a decent size larger than many rooms inside the house. It was originally my sister's room, but after she moved out for college, it became my room. Since the room is really large, I don't have a separate art room, but rather a separate designated space just for my art. So in this video, I'm only going to be focusing on that designated space for my studio tour. On this shelf are a couple of miscellaneous things such as my tracer, my origami paper, mini paper cutters, and one of those like body figures that you shape so you can do the outline of figure studies and stuff. But the main thing on this shelf are the beautiful scrapbook paper pads that I use for my art journals. They used to belong to my mom, but since she doesn't really use them anymore, she decided to give them to me, which I'm really glad she did. I honestly have no idea if by the time I'm dead I'll be able to use all of this paper. It's kind of becoming a problem, but I just love collecting scrapbook paper, I guess. On this next shelf I keep my plant press, which I use for my art journals. Just more miscellaneous stuff such as markers, ribbons, and washi tape for my art journals, colored pencils, sketchbooks, you name it, pretty much anything. And yeah, you can see in this footage I have some paintings hanging on my wall because I ran out of space on my other wall, and yeah, oh, here's a shelf. There's nothing too special or particular about this. Pretty much there's just a bunch of jars full of art journaling things such as washi tape, confetti. I think I have flour somewhere in there, letters, buttons, all kinds of stuff like that. And here is my favorite part of my art studio. It's my pegboard. It's a lot easier to organize in my opinion when you have a pegboard. You have everything out in the open and you can just hang stuff. I just think it looks really professional for some reason. So I have a lot of things on my pegboard. I have cups full of my cheaper brushes, which I use for my acrylic paintings. And I have a cup full of palette knives, a cup full of fine liner pens, a cup full of colored pencils. I have a ruler hanging there. I also have a basket full of card swatches. Not card swatches, they're paint. Wait, yes they are. Sorry, I lost my mind for a minute. They're paint card swatches that I got from the store. I usually just use them to put into my art journals, but yeah. I have a basket full of Crayola watercolors. I have a bunch of acrylic paints, my scissors, just a whole bunch of stuff. Also, if you notice a bit of an echo in the background, that's because I'm literally walking around in my studio as I talk, because as I look at something, I just know what to say or how to describe it. So yeah. On this little shelf, I think I got it from a friend's house that she was clearing. She just needed to get some furniture out there, and she gave it to me for free. So yeah, that tree on top, I don't really know why I put it there, but I think I also got it from her house, but I brought it home because I just thought it was pretty and did not know where to put it. I'm sorry I spent so much time talking about a tree that's not even relevant to this tour, but anyway, yeah. And on these shelves I have all of my watercolor palettes as well as some paper. That's literally it. Anyway, and here's my like little rolling cart. I don't really know what to call it, but I just put a bunch of art supplies on there. I have my brushes on top, my markers and fine liners, those kind of things. I have some acrylics on top, and just, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just a lot of extra stuff on there, and it's nice for whenever I'm doing acrylic tutorials on my easel. I can just roll the cart around and get the stuff I want. And on this table is a paint rack for my bottles of craft acrylic paint. Now I have a lot more acrylic paint in bottles rather than in tubes, just because I think that craft paint is more affordable for me. There is more selection of colors, plus I still use them, like for anything really. I like having it as a matte finish, and I like how they're not as thick. And below this table, I have this little, I can't remember what it's called, like a container or whatever, but I just have like loose sheets of paper, such as magazines, etc., for art journaling. And now let's move on back to the table. This table is the main table I use. I use it whenever I'm creating acrylic paintings, when I'm not in the mood to really set my easel up. You can see along the bottom that there are some drawers. I fill them with random things such as stickers for art journaling, washi tape, just a lot of stuff, some scrap paper. Along the top of the table, there are a lot of miscellaneous things. It's not super important. I have some sketchbooks along the side. I have some sponges I use to create backgrounds for my acrylic paintings. On the wire shelves on the top, I have things like crayons, blending stumps. It's just a lot of random things that aren't really important, but I still have them. And along the far right corner, you will see my art light. I am super excited. I got this for Christmas, and the reason why I really like it is that the lamp next to my painting table, it's pink, so it doesn't make the lighting in my videos look super appealing, so I like having the art light to the side because I can change the settings of what kind of tone the light has, I guess. So it makes it look a little bit whiter rather than a pinky color. And along this wall, you will see this giant painting I did on a canvas I got 2 years ago for Christmas, I think. I'm really proud of this painting. Now, I did use a tutorial for this one, but that was before I kind of created YouTube, and I wasn't really creating my own content, I guess. But yeah, I just want to put that disclaimer out there so people wouldn't think that I am trying to steal someone's work, I guess, and take credit for it. But anyway, I'm starting to notice that this is kind of becoming like an art supply tour rather than a studio tour, but yeah, I apologize for that. Moving on, there's my easel in the corner, and then there's this mural on the wall. Like I said, this room was my sister's before it became mine, so the theme of her room when she was in here was New York, so she had a mural painted on there just for that theme. For a while, I've been debating on making my own mural by painting over it, but there's two reasons why I'm not probably going to do it. One is that I'm moving out soon anyway, like in 2 years, so there's not much of a point. And two, even if I did paint, I'm pretty sure after I move out, because I'm the last child, my mom's going to be painting over the walls anyway, so it's not going to matter. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this studio tour. Thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. Oh, and speaking of, I just wanted to give a shout out to Eve Harvey Art for helping me reach 200 subscribers via her live stream. But I will put a link to her channel in the description box down below. She is an amazing artist. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.